A great stew isn't rushed, it's built slowly, and the slow cooker you use makes a real difference. The best slow cooker for stew gives ingredients the time and steady heat they need to turn simple components into something deeply satisfying. In this video, I'm walking through several standout options and what actually sets them apart when it comes to stew. And honestly, I'm super interested to hear what kind of stew you make most often, whether it's beef, chicken, or something plant-based. Let me know in the comments because I'm genuinely curious. You'll find links to the current prices for each model in the description below. Let's begin with the All-Clad Gourmet Plus 7-quart slow cooker. And as we move into this one, you can immediately sense its focus on precision and control. You're working with a 7-quart capacity that is perfectly suited for hearty stews, whether you're cooking a classic beef bourguignon or a vegetable-packed winter stew. One of the defining features here is the removable stainless steel insert, which allows you to brown meat directly on the stovetop before slow cooking. This step is crucial for stew because it builds a deep, savory foundation that carries through the entire dish. As you continue cooking, the programmable digital controls give you confidence and consistency. You can set the cooking time and temperature precisely, and once the cycle finishes, the cooker automatically transitions to a keep warm setting. This ensures your stew stays ready to serve without overcooking, which is especially important for maintaining tender meat and well-textured vegetables. The controlled heat encourages collagen-rich cuts to slowly break down, resulting in a broth that feels silky and full-bodied. The stainless steel insert also contributes to even heat distribution, helping avoid hot spots that could disrupt a long, gentle simmer. When you lift the lid, you're met with a steady release of aromatic steam, signaling that the stew has been cooking in a stable, well-regulated environment. The flavors feel integrated rather than layered on top of one another, which is exactly what you want from a slow-cooked dish. In everyday use, this cooker feels intuitive and dependable. Cleanup is straightforward thanks to dishwasher-safe components, and the overall construction gives you a sense of durability. In many slow cooker for stew reviews, this model is praised for delivering consistent, restaurant-quality results at home, and when you use it yourself, you can expect a calm, controlled cooking experience that rewards patience. Moving on, the Cuisinart Cook Central MSC 807 quart offers a slightly different approach that becomes clear as soon as you start cooking. While it still provides a generous 7-quart capacity for stew, it also functions as a multi-cooker with browning, sautéing, slow cooking, and steaming modes. For stew making, this means you can start by sautéing onions, garlic, and spices directly in the pot, building layers of flavor before transitioning seamlessly into slow cooking. If you've ever skipped browning because it felt like too much effort, I'm genuinely curious if having it built in would actually change how you cook stew. Feel free to share honestly in the comments. The removable non-stick aluminum cooking pot heats efficiently and evenly, giving you precise control during the early stages of cooking. Once you switch to slow cook mode, the digital controls allow you to choose between low, high, and simmer settings. This flexibility lets you adapt the cooking process to your schedule while still maintaining the gentle heat needed for stew. The glass lid allows you to monitor progress without releasing heat or moisture. Over longer cooking times, you'll notice how stable the temperature remains, meats gradually tenderize, vegetables soften without losing their structure, and the broth thickens naturally as flavors meld. The result is a stew that feels balanced, with each ingredient contributing to the whole rather than competing for attention. In daily use, the Cook Central feels practical and thoughtfully designed. Cleanup is easy, and the ability to handle multiple steps in one vessel simplifies the entire process. For anyone looking at slow cooker for stew reviews to find a flexible all-in-one option, this model offers a methodical, flavor-forward experience that suits a wide range of stew styles. Next, as we shift to the Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker, the emphasis clearly moves toward capacity and versatility. With its large 8.5 quart size, you have plenty of room for big batches of stew, large cuts of meat, and generous amounts of broth. This extra space allows ingredients to circulate freely, which helps ensure even cooking and thorough flavor absorption. The oven-safe cooking pot opens up additional possibilities, allowing you to sear ingredients at high heat before slow cooking or even finish a dish in the oven if you choose. As you prepare stew, the multiple cooking functions prove genuinely useful. You can brown meat directly in the pot, then transition to slow cook mode without transferring anything, preserving both flavor and moisture. The digital control panel gives you precise command over time and temperature, and once cooking is complete, the keep warm function maintains an ideal serving temperature. When you lift the lid after several hours, the aroma is rich and concentrated, and the stew has a cohesive, slow-developed depth that reflects careful heat management. Using this cooker feels empowering if you enjoy flexibility in the kitchen. The non-stick surface simplifies cleanup, and the sturdy handles make it easier to manage despite its size. Many home cooks consider this a top-rated slow cooker for a stew because it adapts to different cooking styles while still excelling at long, gentle simmers. Now let's turn to the Elite Gourmet MST 900D Digital Programmable Slow Cooker, which focuses on generous capacity and straightforward performance. The 8.5 quart ceramic pot gives you ample space for large stews, making it well suited for family meals or batch cooking. Ceramic naturally heats gradually, creating an environment that's ideal for long, uninterrupted cooking sessions. The digital programmable controls allow you to set your cooking time with confidence, choosing between low and high heat depending on your needs. Once the timer finishes, the cooker automatically switches to keep warm, holding your stew at a ready-to-serve temperature. This hands-off reliability is especially valuable for recipes that benefit from extended cooking times. As the stew cooks, the ceramic pot maintains a gentle, even heat. Tougher cuts of meat soften slowly, vegetables absorb the surrounding flavors, and the liquid reduces at a measured pace. When you open the lid, you're greeted with a comforting, home-style aroma that reflects hours of patient simmering. In everyday use, this slow cooker feels dependable and uncomplicated. The removable ceramic pot and glass lid are dishwasher safe, and the clear lid lets you check progress without disturbing the cooking environment. For many people searching for the best slow cooker for a stew that prioritizes simplicity and capacity, this model delivers reliable, satisfying results. Finally, we arrive at the Crock-Pot 8-quart programmable slow cooker, a model that represents the classic slow cooking experience refined over time. The 8-quart capacity provides plenty of room for substantial stews, allowing ingredients to cook evenly without overcrowding. This extra space helps flavors circulate and develop more fully during long cooking sessions. The programmable digital controls let you choose low or high heat and set a cooking duration that fits your day. Once the cooking cycle is complete, the slow cooker automatically shifts to a warm setting, keeping your stew at a steady serving temperature until you're ready to eat. This feature is particularly helpful for stew, where timing matters less than consistency, and you want the dish to remain perfectly tender without continuing to cook aggressively. The stoneware insert is central to the results you'll experience. It heats slowly and evenly, creating the gentle simmer that stew thrives on. Over time, connective tissues break down, broths thicken naturally, and flavors meld into a unified whole. When you lift the lid, there's a deep, savory aroma and a surface that gently ripples rather than boils, signaling patient, well-managed heat. From a day-to-day perspective, this slow cooker feels reassuringly familiar and easy to live with. The stoneware insert and glass lid are dishwasher safe, cleanup is simple, and the stainless steel exterior blends seamlessly into most kitchens. In many households, this model earns its reputation as a top-rated slow cooker for stew because it delivers consistent, flavorful results without complication. When you step back and look at all of these options together, the differences come down to how you like to cook and how much flexibility you want. Each of these slow cookers can produce a great stew when used well, but the right choice depends on your kitchen habits, your batch size, and how hands-on you like to be. Before you go, I'm honestly curious which one stood out to you and what kind of stews you usually make. Let me know in the comments because I enjoy seeing how everyone approaches slow cooking. If you want to check current prices or learn more about any of these models, you'll find links to each one in the description below.